Hello and welcome to Super Great Kids Stories, wise tales from storytellers around the world, which will make you laugh and sometimes cry. Recommended for ages 5 to 105. I'm Kim and I love stories. Hello Super Great Kids, and how are you? I wonder if it's hot where you live. Possibly not if you live in Australia or New Zealand where it's winter. But here in the Northern Hemisphere, it's midsummer and it is very hot. So I've been doing lots of swimming to keep cool. I think maybe my mum was a mermaid. I've been swimming in our local river and it feels cold and delicious. My dog loves it too because it's hard being a dog wearing a fur coat when it's hot and sunny. I bet she longs to just unzip it and take it off. The story this week is a trickster tale told by Tuup, and it's got swimming and hot sun in it. It's called Anansi and Tiger Fat. Before we begin this story, a tiger is one of the big cat predators. Can you think of any other big cats? I'll give you a little clue. One is a lion. Why don't you have a go while we have a quick word with the grown-ups? Well, hello there, grown-ups and Super Great Kids Stories fans. As you probably know, we depend on your generosity and support to keep making this podcast. If you subscribe and join the Owlets Club, you'll get access to all sorts of lovely extras like subscriber-only episodes, early and ad-free episodes, as well as a newsletter from Story Owl, word puzzles, book recommendations, and film footage of our live shows. To support Super Great Kids Stories and join the Owlets Club, just click subscribe in Apple Podcasts or visit patreon.com/supergreatkidsstories. Hello, Super Great Kids. I'm back. So, which big cats can you think of? Well, there is Tiger, which is endangered, and there's the lion and jaguar and leopard and snow leopard. And there are also cheetahs and pumas, also known as mountain lions. I wonder how many you thought of. Here's a tiger joke for you. What is the silliest name you can call a tiger? Spot. Boom, boom. And now it's time for our Anansi story. Are you ready? Let's give a warm welcome to Tuup.
Greetings, greetings, one and all. You are listening to Super Great Kids Stories. I would like to share with you a story about Anansi and Brother Tiger. Some of you may know of Anansi and how tricky he is. Anansi is half man and half spider. Anansi, he originates in Africa, but he's traveled far and wide throughout the Caribbean, throughout the Americas, and as far as I know, he may be living somewhere near you. One day, Brother Anansi and Brother Tiger, they are very, very good friends. The sun was blazing hot. Brother Tiger and Brother Anansi, they were so exhausted from the heat, they decided to rest down by the riverbank. In front of them was a nice open lake. Said Brother Tiger, I am so hot. And that water there in front of me, I could just dive in and take a swim. Said Anansi, why don't you then jump in, take a swim? Oh, no, said Brother Tiger, because I'm too heavy. Look how much weight I'm carrying. If I jump into that water, I will sink down to the bottom for sure." "Ah," said Anansi, "don't worry with that. If you're carrying around so much excess fat, why don't you pull out the fat, leave it on the side? You'll be much lighter, then you can go for a swim. I tell you, Brother Tiger, I will look after it. I will watch over it, make sure no flies come and land upon it, and all will be well. Go on, go on." Brother Tiger looked at Brother Nancy. "Yes," said Brother Tiger, "pull out me fat." "Yes," said Brother Nancy, "pull out your fat, you'll be much lighter." Brother Tiger liked the idea. So Brother Tiger started pulling out his fat until there was a heap of fat down on the side of the river bank. Brother Nancy said, "Brother Tiger, you feel lighter?" Brother Tiger said, "Yes, I'm much lighter now. Brother Nancy, watch my fat." "Of course," said Brother Nancy, "no problem. Now, take your swim and I will rest here." Brother Tiger was just skin and bones when he leapt into the water and started to tread the water, as dogs and tigers and lions do. Brother Anansi, he sat there on the riverbank, and when the flies came around, he had a fly swish, of which he used now and again, like the tail of a cow or some animal that has a long tail. He swished it this way and that way and that way and this way until all the flies were kept off from the fat. Brother Tiger swam further and further out, looked back at the riverbank and said, Brother Nancy, how is my fat?" Brother Nancy said, "Ah, Brother Tiger, dive, your fat is well. Don't worry, take your swim." Brother Tiger dived under the water. Meanwhile, Brother Nancy watched Brother Tiger's fat melting and dripping in the heat. So he put his hand there, just so he can form it up into a mound as before. Now his hands were full of the fat of Brother Tiger. So he put his finger into his mouth and, oh, the taste, it was so nice. He tried to gather up some more to keep it in a mound, and his hands became more full of greasy tiger fat. And to clean his hands, he licked his hands, and the taste was too delicious. By this time, Brother Tiger popped up his head and once again said, Brother Nancy, how is my tiger fat?" Brother Nancy said, "Oh, don't worry, Brother Tiger. Take your swim. All is well. I'm keeping away the flies. Take your swim, Brother Tiger. Take your swim." And Brother Tiger dived under the water deeper this time. By this time, Brother Nancy was trying to gather up the fat and keep it in a mound and keep it from dripping, keep it from melting. Before you know it, the licking of the hands and the licking of the fingers and the licking of the hands made the fat eventually disappear. Before you know it, there was no fat there. "Oh," said Brother Anansi, I've just eaten up all of Tiger's fat. Now there's nothing left. And when Tiger comes out of that water, he will be so angry. I better go." And Nancy, with all of his spindly legs, took himself away from the river and into the jungle. When Brother Tiger stepped out of the river and called, Brother Nancy, but Brother Nancy was gone. When Brother Tiger looked down, there was just a grease spot where his fat had been, and there was no fat to be found. And Brother Tiger, he was shivering, he was cold, and he wanted his fat to warm him up. Brother Nancy, and Brother Tiger, he was there, just skin and bones sagging. He was so angry, he started to sniff out Brother Anansi, following the trail. By this time, Brother Anansi, he had made his way into the ring-tailed monkeys, those that live and jump from tree to tree. They were all there making their noise. On the trees, they were laughing and joking, and Brother Nancy came singing, "Yesterday this time, me I am Tiger Fat. Yesterday this time, me I am Tiger Fat. Yesterday this time, me I am Tiger Fat. Yesterday this time, me I am Tiger Fat." All the ringtail monkeys asked Anansi, "Anansi, what is that song you're singing?" "Oh," said Anansi, "I was at a good party. The party was so good. There was food and there was singing and dancing. And there's a song that they were singing. I just can't get it out of my head." Teach us, they said. Teach us, what is the song?" So Anansi taught them the song. "Yesterday this time, me I am Tiger Fat. Yesterday this time, me I am Tiger Fat." Everybody now, yesterday this time, me I am Tiger Fat. Yesterday this time, me I am Tiger Fat. Before you know it, the ringtail monkeys, they swang from the branches of the trees. They enjoyed the song, and swinging from branch to branch, they sang. "Yesterday this time, me I am Tiger Fat." Everybody now, yesterday this time, me I am Tiger Fat. Yesterday this time, me I am Tiger Fat. Yesterday this time, me I am Tiger Fat. Yesterday this time, me I am Tiger. Oh, the party was really going now. But in the distance, Brother Anansi heard. "Oh, Anansi!" "Oh," said Anansi, "I think it's time for me to leave. I've got to go somewhere. I'll see you all later." And before you know it, he was gone. After a little while had passed, Brother Tiger came and leapt into the troop of the ringtail monkeys who were singing and dancing. "Yesterday this time, me I am Tiger Fat." Everybody now, yesterday this time, me Ow! Brother Tiger leapt into the troop of the ringtail monkeys, pinning down one and asking, "Why are you singing such a song?" And that ring-tailed monkey looked up at Brother Tiger's face, saying, Brother Tiger, no, you don't understand. It was Brother Nancy. He was here, and he taught us this song. And that's why we have been singing. Brother Tiger asked that ring-tailed monkey, "Where is Brother Anansi?" And they looked around. But, of course, Anansi was gone. And they said, "We don't know where he's gone. He said he had a chore or something to do up ahead, and he left. Brother Tiger, once again, picked up the scent. By this time, Brother Anansi had made his way up into the hills. He made his way into the troop of Big Monkey Town. In Big Monkey Town, you have the gorillas. They are calm, they are gentle, they are very placid. Anansi approached Big Monkey Town. "Yesterday this time, yum Tiger Fat. Yesterday this time." "Hey," said Brother Anansi, "what you all doing sitting around there? Come on, you're always sitting down, eating leaves, very quiet, not doing much." "Listen," said Anansi, "I've just come from such a good party. There was food, there was singing, there was dancing. Wouldn't you like me to teach you the song that I have learned?" The big monkeys, the gorillas, they looked at Brother Anansi and said, "Brother Anansi, when you come around, there's always some story. What is it? Oh, said Anansi, listen, listen, listen. This song is a really good song. It goes like this. Yesterday, this time, me, I am tiger fat. Everybody now, yesterday, this time, me, I am tiger. Sing with me. Yesterday, this time, me, I am tiger fat. Join in. Yesterday, this time, me, I am tiger fat. And the gorillas, they started to sing. Yesterday, this time, me, I am tiger fat. Yesterday, this time, me, I am tiger fat. Yesterday, this time, me, I am tiger fat. Everybody now, yesterday, this time, me, I am tiger fat. Ah, once again, the roar of Brother Tiger could be heard. And Brother Anansi said, uh-oh, I think it's time for me to leave. I've got to go. I think I've got some chores to do up ahead. I'll leave you now. Bye. And he was gone. Soon after, Brother Tiger came into the camp of the big gorillas and asked one of the gorillas, How dare you sing that you have been eating my fat? And the huge, large gorilla said, It's a song which Brother Anansi taught us, and that's why we sing such a thing. Oh, said Brother Tiger, where is Brother Anansi? I'm looking for him. Oh, they said, Brother Anansi, he said he has some chores or the other and was gone up ahead. And so Brother Tiger picked up the scent again. Dear listener, I do believe that Brother Tiger is still searching for Brother Anansi. And Brother Anansi, I do believe, is still running away from Brother Tiger. Sometimes Anansi spins his web in the corner of your house. Sometimes Brother Anansi spins his web from branch to branch or from leaf to leaf, and hides away from Brother Tiger. But be careful. If you ever meet a tiger, never, ever tell him that your name is Anansi. Yesterday, this time, me, I am tiger fat. Everybody now, yesterday, this time, me, I am tiger fat. Yesterday, this time, me, I am tiger fat. Yesterday, this time, me, I am tiger fat.
Thanks to Tuup for that fun story. Imagine taking all your fat off and going for a swim. Bizarre. Poor old tiger. Would you trust Anansi to look after something important for you? Nah, me neither. I like the song in that story. I wonder if you sang along. Do you think Anansi got away with it, or is Tiger going to catch up with him? Now, it's time to have a dig into my bag of happies and say a big thank you to some owlets who've been hopping into our nest and supporting our podcast. Hello and hoo to Oscar, who is 7, and Kitty, who is 5, from Blessington in Ireland. They particularly enjoy listening to super great kids stories at bedtime. And and hello to owlets Sienna, who is 5, and Clara, who is almost 4, from New Brunswick in Canada. Sienna says she would love to go to the Stealing Thunder Festival. Maybe one day, Sienna. And hello to new owlet Anya, who is 4 and from Sydney in Australia. Anya listens every day and particularly likes the scary stories. Good for you, Anya, for being brave. She enjoyed the story The Buried Moon and has made a super creepy picture of it. And hello to superfan Fox, who is 6, from Hillsborough in North Carolina in the US. Fox loves listening to the stories on the way to school. And hello to new owlet Flynn, who is 7, nearly 8, from Adelaide in Australia. Flynn sent us a very imaginative Lego model of this week's story, The Ram in the Chili Patch. I love the red chilies hanging from your chili bush. Flynn particularly likes Tuup stories. And thank you to Jason and Harvey for your kind donation on Ko-fi. Harvey, who is almost 6, is moving from Santa Barbara in California to Gisborne in New Zealand with his family. What an adventure, Harvey. Lucky you. We'll have to look out for some stories from New Zealand. And thanks for your kind reviews. Thanks to Big L in the UK and Eli in the US and to Sonic Lover in the UK, who would like a story about a hedgehog who likes pizza. Maybe you could make one up and tell it to your family. And thanks so much to all of you for sending in your creative drawings and pictures of our stories. We don't have time on the podcast to mention all of you, but we'll post the pictures you send on our Facebook page to share with other story fans. Here are my recent pics. Thanks and hello to owlets Nico, who is 5, and Zach, who is 7 from Northern California. Nico has drawn a magnificent picture of the 2 dragons fighting, and Zach has drawn a detailed and considered story map of the chain story, The Old Woman and the Pig. I hope you're enjoying your summer travels in Europe. And Charlotte, who is 6 from Queensland on the Sunshine Coast in Australia, has drawn lots of very beautiful pictures. I particularly like Tianjie and the yellow dress. Tianjie looks rather sad. And I like the King of the Birds with your very happy-looking wren sporting a little crown on its head. Just lovely, Charlotte. Thanks for sharing them. And Erin, who is 4, has drawn a beautiful picture of the purple fish from the story from Botswana in Africa, Kia and the Purple Fish. And Erin stuck pieces of sparkly paper on her fish to use as scales. She sang me the song from that story when she met us in the Lake District at the Stealing Thunder Storytelling Festival. It was a very moving moment. You sang it so beautifully. Thank you for that, Erin. And finally, Addie from Panama in Central America has drawn us a beautiful picture of River Mama, the mermaid, sitting alone on a rock in the sea and combing her long red hair. A great picture for a great story. Thank you for that, Addie. That's it for this week. If you'd like to see some of these super great drawings, they're on our Facebook page at facebook.com/supergreatkidsstories. Do send in your pictures for us to share on Facebook with other story lovers. If you'd like to send a picture, either attach it to our Facebook Messenger or scroll to the bottom of our website at supergreatkidsstories.com. And remember to check out the newly released film of our live show starring Tuup, Kate and me. It's available now. It's free for subscribers, and we're trying to raise money from the film to pay for another live show. So, if you'd like to buy it, just go to our website at supergreatkidsstories.com and start watching. You'll be joining in and singing along in no time. Happy viewing! Meanwhile, keep telling your stories and singing your songs. If you've already finished school, this is a perfect time to practice some stories and thrill your family with your storytelling. I'll post some storytelling tips on our Facebook page. Have a happy week. See you soon. This story was recorded at Wardle Studios in London.